Chapter 6. The Writing on the Wall. Jack and Annie squinted at the pyramid wall. All series of tiny pictures are carved into the stone. There are 4 pictures here, Jack told the ghost. The ghost queen. Describe them to me, Jack. One at a time, please, she said. Jack studied the first picture. Okay, he said. The first picture is like this. He made a zigzag on the air with his finger. Like stairs? Asked the ghost queen. Yes, stairs, said Jack. Just like stairs. She nodded. That way easy enough, Jack thought. He studied the second picture. The second one has a long box on the bottom. He said he drew it in the air. Ghost queen looked puzzled. There are 3 things on the top, like this, he said. Annie said. Jack. She drew squiggly lines on the air. Jack, the ghost queen, still seemed puzzled. Like a hat, he said. Jack. A hat? Said ghost queen. No, more like a boat, said Annie. Boat? Said the ghost queen. She sounded excited. Boat? Jack took another look at the wall. Yes, it could be a boat, he said. The ghost queen looked happy. She smiled. Yes, of course, she said. Jack and Annie studied the next picture. The third one is like things that hold the flowers, said Annie. Or things that hold water, said Jack. Like a jug? Asked the ghost queen. Exactly, said Jack. Yes, a jug, said Annie. Jack and Annie studied the last picture, and the last one looks like a pole that droops, said Annie. Like a curved stick, Jack said. But one side of the shorter side is shorter than the other one. The ghost queen looked puzzled again. Wait, said Jack. I'll draw it in my notebook big so you can see it. Jack put down the Spencer and got out his pencil. He drew a hieroglyph. A folded cloth, said ghost queen. Really? Said Jack. Yes, this is the hieroglyph for the folded cloth, said the ghost queen. Oh, okay, said Jack. He looked at the 4th hieroglyph again. He still couldn't see the folded cloth. Maybe it was like a towel hanging over the bathroom rod. So that's all of them, said Annie. She pointed at each picture. Stairs, boat, jug, folded cloth. Jack wrote the words into his notebook. So does stairs equals to stairs. Jug equals to jug. Boat equals to boat. Cloth equals to cloth. So what does the message mean? He asked the ghost queen. Come, she said. She held out her hand. Come to my burial chambers. She floated away. Chapter 7. The Scroll. Jack put the Spencer and his notebook and the pencil into his pack. The ghost queen seemed so kind and gentle. He wasn't afraid of her at all anymore. Jack and Annie followed her deeper into the pyramid. Finally, they came to some stairs. The stairs, said Jack and Annie together. The ghost queen floated up the stairs. Jack and Annie followed. The ghost queen followed right through a wooden door. Jack and Annie pushed on the door. It was open. Slowly, they stepped into the cold, drafty room. The ghost queen was nowhere inside. Dim torchlight lit the huge room. It had a very high ceiling. On the side of the pile of the tables, chairs, and musical instruments. On the other side of the room, there was a small wooden boat. "The boat," said Jack. What is doing inside Queen Heptie's pyramid?" said Jack. "Annie, maybe it's supposed to carry her into the next life," said Jack. Jack and Annie went over to the boat. They looked inside it. The boat was filled with many things: gold plates, painted cups, jewel bullets, woven baskets, jewelry with blue stones, and small wooden statues. "Look," said Jack. He reached into the boat and lifted a clay jug. "The jug," said Annie. Jack looked inside the jug. "Something's in here," he said. "What is it?" asked Annie. Jack filled the jug. "It feels like a big napkin," he said. The folded cloth," said Annie. Jack reached into the jug and pulled out the folded cloth. It was wrapped around an ancient-looking scroll. Jack slowly unrolled the scroll. It was covered with wonderful hieroglyphs. "The Book of Death," whispered Annie. "We found it." "Oh man!" Jack traced his finger over the scroll. It felt like an old Bible. "Queen Hutipi," called Annie. We have it. We found your Book of Death." Silence. "Queen Hutipi." The door opened. The door on the other side of the chamber cracked open. "Maybe she's in there," said Annie. Jack's heart was pounding. Cold air was coming through the open doorway. "Come on," said Annie. "Wait, no," said Annie. "She waited thousands of years for her book. We don't make her wait anymore." Jack put the ancient scroll into his backpack. Then he and Annie started across the drafty room. They came to the open door. Annie went through first. "Hurry, Jack," she said. She stepped into the other room. It was nearly bare except the long gold box. The box was open. Its cover was on the floor. "Queen Hutepi," called Annie. "We found it," said Annie. "Your Book of Death." There's still no sound of the ghost queen. The golden box glowed. Jack could barely breathe. "Let's leave the scroll on the floor and go," he said. "No, I think we should leave it in here," said Annie. She pointed to the gold box. "No," said Jack. "Don't be afraid," said Annie. "Come on." Annie took Jack by the arm. They walked together across the room and then to the glowing gold box. They stepped in front of the box and peered inside.